Hi, I'm Nicholas Lovell. I'm from Blackpool, born and bred. I came into contact with the services on April the 13th, 2015. I woke up, normal day, ready to go to work, tried to get to the bathroom and collapsed. Phoned an ambulance, got brought in to A&E, and then 6 months later was the next time I left the building. It was I was diagnosed with two different conditions, Guillain-Barré syndrome and Bickerstaff brainstem encephalitis. So I was in intensive care. I was in a coma for around 8 to 10 weeks. When I woke up, I had a tracheostomy. I was completely paralysed from forehead down to my toes, and then, just over time, things started to come back to life, let's say, and yeah, it's hard. Things started to move, and then I was moved to Preston, to a neuro rehabilitation unit. I was in there for just short of 2 years in total, and then I was in February 2017. I was discharged home, where I then came into contact with the community brain injury service, and in my head I felt ready to be able to go home and I'd be able to kind of drop back into this life that I'd imagined in my head, that I go home, I'll be alright, I can do bits and everything will be okay. But the reality was totally different. You go from having so much support around you in hospital. I describe it like being in a bubble, like a security bubble. I came home on a Friday, so over the weekend family and everyone was around. It wasn't until the Monday when my wife had gone off to work and stuff, family were at work. I was sat there in my dining room, just in my wheelchair with a little table in front of me, all on my own, and I was like, oh, the community brain injury service got in contact to come and see me. And so they did. They said there was still a bit of a wait for the physio and OT, but what I'd be interested in seeing the neuropsychologist, and saying yes to that was probably the best decision I ever made. I was struggling to find a place as a dad, as a husband and stuff. Like, you can be a dad, but life's just going to be a little bit different. You want to be able to take them to bed and read them a bedtime story. Then she got the OD involved. We set up a bed, and I found the easiest way of being able to turn a page, and she made me realise that life wasn't over. It was just the start of a new chapter, is the way I look at it now. So that, to me, was probably, at the time, more important than the physical side of it, the OT and physiotherapy. And yeah, it's just, I can't thank her enough, really. I'm quite lucky that I have had access to physiotherapy, occupational therapy, this neuropsychology. They also have rehab assistants which support both. So also there's speech and language therapy, which I've used a couple of times, just to make sure that everything's still on track. So I'm pretty spoiled for the support I have, really. If I could give the community brain injury rehabilitation service a message, it'd simply be thank you. They've done so much for me. Like, I came out of hospital thinking I was good to go. The changes from then to now, I'm doing stuff that I couldn't even imagine that at that time, being able to walk independently, dress myself fully, everything, like going out doing my own shopping, because we went with OTs around, using contactless and our best ways, and it's just, it's made my life realise that I might be in a wheelchair, but life hasn't ended. It's just been adapted. So thank you is the message.